Hi, Samantha here. Welcome back to another episode of SimTOBER, and we are on what is today? Because I am like a day behind. We are on day 11, and day 11 is disco. So I honestly didn't know which way to go with this, but I did have this hair, and I knew it was definitely one that I wanted to use, even though later on you're going to see me going through a couple of different hair options. And I'm going to apologize because I'm a day late. I was having problems. I did the CC haul for the Halloween stuff. Hopefully you guys saw that, but I did a CC haul for that, and normally when I go through all of the CC that I got, I end up taking all of my old CC out my game in order to just show the new CC, because sometimes it's hard to kind of like scroll through, especially when you have like, I'm at 40 gigs, y'all. I know it's horrible, but I'm at 40 gigs of CC and I'm scrolling through everything to try to figure out what's new versus what's not new. And I had other Halloween stuff in my game. So long story short, I took everything out in order to put just the new stuff I got in. And when I went to go put the new stuff in, it kept telling me that I was out of space. What in the world? I was like, I'm out of space. Like, what are you speaking of? Anyway, so it took me a little bit to troubleshoot it. Come to find out, I think when I got the new CC, honestly, y'all, I have 3 drives in my computer. I know, but I have a lot of games on my computer. If you can imagine, we got like Fallout, which is like, I don't know, 80 gigs. You got Grand Theft, which is probably also about 80 gigs. I had Apex, Anthem, Destiny 2, which I just downloaded. What else do I have on it? Rainbow Six Siege, Terraria, which doesn't take up a lot of space. But saying all that to say, City Skylines, Planet Coaster, I have a lot of PC games. I'm just naming like a handful of them, like that I could think of off the top of my head. And unfortunately, it gets to the point where your drives get full. And for some reason, every time Fallout does an update, it was at 80 gigs when I downloaded it the first time. It's probably closer to 100 at this point, because I'm sure with all the updates and everything, it's probably just gotten worse over time. And I'm sure me adding more CC and having to put new CC into my folder of my computer or that particular drive was pretty much just like, enough is enough. I also think, because every time we get a new game pack, stuff pack, expansion pack, it does add more to the files of the base of the main game folder rather. So I ended up having to just move the entire game outside of my C drive into another drive, but my mods and stuff are still on my main C drive. So long story short, I was able to fix it. It took a little bit of tweaking, especially because if you move your game files, you have to do it on Origin. If you guys ever do this, you have to do it on Origin because it actually has like a wizard that does it for you. You would think it'd be easy just to copy and paste it into another file, another folder or another drive, but truth be told, when the computer makes shortcuts, when you click on it to say play, it'll have like a shortcut that's programmed for that button. So if you just move it, the game doesn't know that you've moved it because you've just moved it. But if you have the game do it, the game kind of goes and fixes all of the settings to make sure it knows when you press launch, it'll go to that particular drive to get the game information, as opposed to, just, where did it go? It's missing. So do it through Origin. It's not very difficult. But anyway, long story short, that's pretty much what I had to do. So I think these are by Savage Sims. I absolutely love these, but I don't ever have a use for them because I don't really have a lot of Sims walking around with like extra wide bell-bottom pants. I don't even know if people really wear bell-bottoms anymore, but I was kind of on the fence about the whole disco thing in the first place because, long story short, I kind of want to do a very sequiny over-the-top dress. But even though this dress is absolutely stunning, I wish I remember the creator of the dress. I don't off top. I wanted to go with this, but then I thought about disco queens or just people that are into disco. They do a lot of dancing. They might do a lot of leg throwing, a lot of twirling and things of that nature. So I don't think that this one actually fits the bill for what you would want for dancing, because it kind of will expose her if she goes a little too crazy. She might want to do splits. I don't know what disco dancing looks like, but she might want to do splits. She might want to do some stuff like that. And it'll be difficult for her to do it with a split going up to her, hoo-ha. But anyway, sorry, I got interrupted by Dylan. He came in here to drink some of my water and completely threw it down his shirt. But anyway, long story short, so even though I do like this dress, I feel like it does kind of fit like a disco. Maybe she would just come and sit and just watch the crowd and have the guys approach her, and she just oh, not tonight, darling, but or, you know, maybe she will like to get out and maybe do some sultry dancing or whatever. I don't know. The more I looked at this dress, the more I was just kind of like, it's probably not appropriate for the dancing or whatever, but it is still a nice dress. If you guys want the link to it, let me know. I don't remember off top who was the one that created this dress. I also looked at this one too, and I really liked this one. I wanted to see her walk in it, but of course she wouldn't walk in it. But the problem with this dress is the front of it jets out. It's kind of crazy. It literally jets out like really, really far, like she's about to poke somebody's face out. And then it's really short. It's really cute. It's very sultry, but it's very short. So anyway, I kind of played around with looking at a couple of things that had splits and stuff, but maybe they were a little bit more tastefully done. I do like this dress quite a bit, but again, it was just kind of like, do I really want to deal with splits? Or do I just want to do with pants? And so I ended up just opting to do the Savage Sim pants that we saw earlier on her. But anyway, just me trying to go through. It's kind of funny because when you think about disco, I really think it depends on the taste of the person who is the person who they are. So I don't know, after a little bit, I was just kind of like, no, I think the jeans would suit her the best. That's probably why you see she has like 3 different outfits up there, because I was toggling between different outfits, just giving myself different ideas or what have you. And we ended up focusing on those jeans. But anyway, Rochelle here, her name is, I like this dress a lot. But again, that split, y'all, I just feel like she's going to go do a twirl. And I mean, maybe they don't care if their underwear gets shown or whatever. I don't know. Like, what would you guys think a disco queen would want to wear at this point when she's out at the club and possibly at, what's the name of that club? Not Club Roxby. What was the name of that club that everybody talked about back in the 70s that people would go to, where all the celebrities and stuff would go to? I can't think right now. Anyway, I don't know. For some reason, I thought that this would be like the one to go to. I actually saw one online that was inspired by American Horror Story. It was a Lady Gaga disco queen, but it only came in the color red, and it looked horrible on her. I think it was more so the skin tone, or it might have been the way that the coloring was on the mesh. But anyway, decided to go for the original outfit, which is so funny because this took me almost an hour to make her. You guys are seeing it sped up, of course, but it took me almost an hour to make her. And to say that I ended up going with the first outfit is just kind of insane. But that's the problem when you're dealing with cast and a whole bunch of CC. Anyway, I did like the idea of sticking her with something gold and kind of sparkly, so I opted to do this little gold. It's not like a shiny gold top, but it still has like a goldness to it. And we did some, I think we did a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver accessories, playing around with some lipsticks here. I wanted to give her something wild. Ended up later on going for just like a gold, which is crazy because I had never used, it was an in-game lipstick, y'all, and I can't even remember. I think it was just a base game. It wasn't a specific pack or whatever, but it was literally like when you look at the swatch, it was yellow. And I was like, is this gold? Like, would it look good on her? It's like a gold color, but it's not gold. It was like yellow. And with her skin, y'all, it looked so good. Like the purple looks good on her. She's a pretty sim overall, but I was just surprised at how cute it looked with just the in-game yellow. And I don't really use a lot of in-game makeup, and I don't use a lot of in-game stuff, period, to be honest with you guys. But definitely not makeup. I normally opt to do the CC makeup. But here I'm kind of playing around with a couple different little hairstyles just to make sure I wanted to commit to the one that I had started off with. And yeah, I was just like, that's her hairstyle. The funny thing is, I've never used that hairstyle. And here go the cauliflower hair that the Sims gave us. I don't know what made them think that was something that they could do. Anyway, I had never used this hairstyle before, and I never really knew of a Sim that could rock it. But Rochelle, I mean, it just looks really good on her. I feel like that hairstyle was made for her. They should have named it the Rochelle. I don't know what it's called. I forget. But you guys will have the links down in the description box as long as I can find them all. I had been having a couple problems finding links, so if you guys go through the descriptions and you see me just linking the person's website, it's probably 9 times out of 10 because I couldn't find the specific link, but that was the creator's website. And I try not to take too much time working on these videos because I have other videos I'm working on at the same time, but I do want to give you guys like accurate links. So, but sometimes it's hard for me to scour through every single post when there's like 10 and 15 pages and I'm like at page 8 and I'm like, oof, 9 times out of 10, this link is not here anymore, which unfortunately happens from time to time. But one good thing about like these particular pants, I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning, I had another set of bell bottoms too that popped up. They were like a velvet crush type ones, like a suede, like not soft velvet. I guess that's like velvet material. Anyway, so here I am putting some tattoos on her. I think I got these gold tattoos when I was doing a Sim Self series when we were doing Free to Be Me Day or something like that, when I made my own holiday for Sim Self series, and I wanted her to have all these gold tattoos and stuff, you know, the ones that you would like stick on yourself. I actually have some of those. Whenever we go to Hawaii, I like to use them. I don't know why. I'm in my bathing suit and I'm like, I'll put one of these little gold what you call them, they're not reusable, they're the temporary tattoos, and they're gold and they have like little sparkles and stuff in them. They're cute, they're fun. You know, I don't have any real tattoos in real life, so wow, that sounds crazy. I don't have any real tattoos. I don't have any tattoos in real life. So it's like, you know, for me to play around with temporary ones, it's always fun. Just kind of switch up things a bit. I don't know that I would ever get tattoos, though. I played around with getting one, but I could never commit with what I actually wanted. So anyway, here I am looking for some gold lipstick, and that was the one right there. Isn't that crazy? It literally is a yellow swatch, and it came out like a bronzy gold on her lips. It's beautiful to me personally. I think so. I think it came out gorgeous. I don't know. She is a gorgeous Sim. I'm almost tempted to say she is my favorite to date. Yeah, I'm not even tempted to say. I am going to say at this point she is my favorite to date. But anyway, here is all of the CC. If you guys want to grab the links, they'll be down in the description box. Also, Rochelle will be on the gallery if you want to grab her. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you after this because I got another one coming up.